Hello students, today we discuss about mineral and power resources. Mineral, a naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition, is a mineral. Minerals are not evenly distributed over space. They are concentrated in a particular area or rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible, such as the Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctica. Minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural processes without any human interference. They can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical property such as solubility. Minerals mainly classified into two, metallic and non-metallic minerals. What are the different types of minerals? Types of minerals. There are over 3000 different minerals. On the basis of composition, minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals. Minerals are broadly classified into two, metallic and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals again subdivided into ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Metallic minerals contain metal in raw form. Metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristic luster or shine. Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are some examples. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals like iron ore, manganese, and chromatites contain iron. A non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metal such as gold, silver, copper, or lead. Non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Limestone, mica, and gypsum are examples of such minerals. The mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic minerals. What are called ores? A rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals but without definite composition of constituent of mineral. Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling, or quarry. Extraction of minerals. Minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling, or quarry. There are three methods used to extract the minerals. That is, mining, drilling and quarrying. Mining may be again classified into two: open cast mining and shaft mining. The process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. Deep bores, called shafts, have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at great depths. This is called shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas occur far below the earth's surface. Deep wells are bored to take them out. This is called drilling. Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying. Next we discuss about the distribution of minerals. Distribution of minerals. Minerals occur in different types of rocks. Some are found in igneous rocks, some in metamorphic rocks, while others occur in sedimentary rocks. Generally, metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rock formations that form large plateaus. Iron ore in North Sweden, copper and nickel deposit in Ontario, Canada, iron nickel cometates and platinum in South Africa are examples of minerals found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. Limestone deposits of Caucasus region of France, manganese deposits of Georgia and Ukraine, and phosphate beds of Algeria are some examples. Mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are also found in the sedimentary strata. China and India have large iron ore deposits. The continent produces more than half of the world's tin. China, Malaysia, and Indonesia are among the world's leading tin producers. China also leads in production of lead, antimony, and tungsten. Asia also has deposits of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc, and copper. Europe is the leading producer of iron ore in the world. The countries with large deposits of iron ore are Russia, Ukraine, Sweden, and France. Minerals deposits of copper, lead, zinc, manganese, and nickel are found in Eastern Europe and European Russia. The mineral deposits in North America are located in three zones: the Canadian region north of the Great Lakes, the Appalachian region, and the mountain ranges of the West. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium, and copper are mined in the Canadian Shield region, coal in the Appalachian region. Western Cordilleras have vast deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold, and silver. Brazil is the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world. Chile and Peru are leading producers of copper. Brazil and Bolivia are among the world's largest producers of tin. South America also has large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos, and diamond. Mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Colombia. Africa is rich in mineral resources. It is the world's largest producer of diamonds, gold, and platinum. South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zaire produce a large portion of the world's gold. The other minerals found in Africa are copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt, and bauxite. Oil is found in Nigeria, Libya, and Angola. Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. It is a leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin, and nickel. It is also rich in copper, lead, zinc and manganese. Kalgoorlie and Kulkarli areas of Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold. The geology of Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the existence of a variety of mineral deposits, some probably large. Significant size of deposits of coal in the Transantarctic Mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountains of East Antarctica is forecasted. Iron ore, gold, silver, and oil are also present in commercial quantities. Deposits of minerals in India. Iron. India has deposits of high grade iron ore. The mineral is found mainly in Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Bauxite. Major bauxite producing areas are Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Mica. Mica deposits mainly occur in Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Rajasthan. India is the largest producer and exporter of mica in the world. Copper. It is mainly produced in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Manganese. India's manganese deposits lie in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Limestone. Major limestone producing states in India are Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Gold. Kolar in Karnataka has deposits of gold in India. These mines are among the deepest in the world, which makes mining of this ore a very expensive process. Salt. It is obtained from seas, lakes, and rocks. India is one of the world's leading producers and exporters of salt. Uses of minerals. Minerals are used in many industries. Minerals which are used for gems are usually hard. These are then set in various styles for jewelry. Copper is another metal used in everything from coins to pipes. Silicon used in the computer industry is obtained from cards. Aluminium obtained from its ore bauxite is used in automobiles and airplanes, bottling industry, buildings, and even in kitchen cookware. Conservation of minerals. Minerals are a non-renewable resource. It takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals. The rate of formation is much smaller than the rate at which the humans consume these minerals. It is necessary to reduce wastage in the processes of mining. Recycling of metals is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. Power resources broadly classified into two categories, conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. First we discuss about the conventional sources of energy. Power resources. Power or energy plays a vital role in our lives. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. Power resources may be broadly classified into two, conventional sources and non-conventional sources. Conventional sources are firewood, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and hydel power. Non-conventional sources are solar energy, wind energy, nuclear energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, and biogas. Conventional sources. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. Firewood and fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy sources. Firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of energy used by villages come from firewood. What are called fossil fuels? Remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are the main sources of conventional energy. Coal. This is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. The coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago when Gind furnace and Shams got buried under the layers of earth. Coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. The leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raiganj, Jharia, Daman, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Petroleum. The petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking both began as a thick black liquid called petroleum. It is found between the layers of rocks and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. This is then sent to refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastics, and lubricants. Petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold as they are very valuable. The chief petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. The leading producers in India are Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and the Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own. The sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels has led to their depletion at an alarming rate. The toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels are also a cause for concern. Unchecked burning of fossil fuel is like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually run dry. This has led to the tapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. Tidal power. Rainwater or river water stored in dams is made to fall from heights. The falling water flows through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. The water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by hydel power. The leading producers of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil and China. Some important hydel power stations in India are Bakranagal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjun Sagar and Damodar Valley projects. This table shows the advantages and disadvantages of conventional sources of energy. First one is oil and natural gas. Advantages of oil: easier to transport by tankers and basis of petrochemical industry. Advantages of natural gas: easier to transport by pipelines, cleaner than oil and coal, and cheaper than oil. Disadvantages of oil and natural gas: depletion of oxygen due to oil spillage and gas leakage, pollutants released caused acid rain, and exploration of new fuel is not easy. Next one is firewood. Advantages of firewood is easy access and provides energy to a large number of people. Disadvantages of firewood: collection is time consuming, polluting, promoting greenhouse effect and deforestation. Next one is firewood. Advantages of firewood: easy access and provides energy to a large number of people. Disadvantages of firewood: collection is time consuming, polluting, promoting greenhouse effect and deforestation. Coal. Advantages of coal: extensively available and efficient conversion to electricity. Disadvantages of coal is polluting source and bulky to transport. Last one is hydel power. Advantages of hydel power: non-polluting, promotes irrigation and fishing, and cheap. Disadvantages of hydel power: displacement of local community and inundates low expensive to set up. The major non-conventional sources of energy are solar energy, wind energy, nuclear power and geothermal energy. Non-conventional sources of energy. The increasing use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage. It is estimated that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserves of these fuel will get exhausted. Moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution. Therefore, there is need for using non-conventional sources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. Solar energy. Sun's heat and light energy can be felt by us every day. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used in solar cells to produce electricity. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. The technology of utilizing solar energy benefits a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. Solar energy is also used in solar heaters, solar cookers, solar dryers, besides being used for community lighting and traffic signals. Wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. Windmills have been used for grinding grain and lifting water since times immemorial. In modern time, windmills, the high-speed winds rotate the windmill, which is connected to a generator to produce electricity. Wind farms having clusters of such windmills are located in coastal regions and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA, and Spain are noted for their wind energy production. Nuclear power. Nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The greatest producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is found in large quantities in monazite sands of Kerala. The nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. Geothermal energy. Heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. This heat energy can be used to generate power. Geothermal energy in the form of hot springs has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants, followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. Tidal energy. Energy generated from tides are called tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow openings of the sea. During high tide, the energy of the tides is used to turn turbine installed in the dam to produce electricity. Russia, France, and the Gulf of Kutch in India have huge tidal mill farms. Biogas. Organic waste such as dead plant and animal material, animal dung, and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult as well as costly. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Energy saved is energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. This table shows the advantages and disadvantages of some energy sources. First one is wind energy. The advantages of wind energy are non-polluting, low-cost production of electricity one setup, safe and clean. The disadvantages of wind energy are noise pollution, windmills costly to set up, disturbs radio and TV reception, harmful to birds. Second one is solar energy. The advantages of solar energy are inexhaustible and non-polluting. The disadvantages of solar energy are expensive, diffused source, so gets wasted. Third one is tidal energy. The advantages of tidal energy are non-polluting and inexhaustible. The disadvantages of tidal energy are destroys wildlife habitat and difficult to harness. Fourth one is nuclear energy. The advantages of nuclear energy are emits large amount of energy. Disadvantages of nuclear energy are generates radioactive waste and expensive. Fifth one is biogas. Advantages of biogas are low cost, easy to operate and makes use of bio waste. Disadvantages of biogas is causes greenhouse effect. Sixth one is geothermal energy. Advantages of geothermal energy are clean, eco-friendly and always available. Disadvantages of geothermal energy are located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity.
Thanks for watching the video.